All right. It's that time again. It's 4:15, 4:25 on the East Coast. Brother Steve, I got the scoop. Today. I done a lot of interviews, y'all, but this one is going to be good. This one's going to be good. I want y'all to come on in the room. People, oh my goodness, people are already coming in the room. I know my phone's going to start ringing. Oh, my Lord, you've got to see this. 1 o'clock on the West Coast here in Los Angeles, California, 24 minutes past the hour. Brother Steve here, and we've got a great interview. You know, I've been waiting to do this interview for almost 4 or 5 months to get this brother. I need you to just do me one favor. You're going to want to watch this interview. This African-American tech millionaire is helping people. He's doing some incredible things. I need you to come on in the room. We are broadcasting live on Facebook. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, on all my social media platforms. If you're watching the replay of this video, keep on watching. Come on in the room. Let's get y'all connected to what's happening, what's going on. Now, more than anything, you want to make sure that you come on in and share this video. Y'all know how I like to give away stuff all the time. So you're going to want to make sure you get in on this giveaway today. We got some stuff to give away. If you out there watching our broadcast right now, you are going to want to get this giveaway. Get in on this giveaway. If you're watching the replay, get in on this giveaway right now. I need 5 people right now who will share this video. I'm going to open my comment box in just a few moments. You've got to see this. This man has been on CBS. He's been on all the major networks. He's been on national television shows, and he's right here with Brother Steve. Because you know what? This is Brother Steve's annual resource week. And I'm going to extend this out a whole nother week because you have got to get connected to what's happening, what's going on. I'm going to get him on the line just a few minutes. We want you to share this video and get y'all connected to what's happening, what's going on. The one only Freddie Figures himself is here with me, and you're going to want to watch this and hear what's going on. We'll be right back with Freddie Figures after you watch this quick. From
Hollywood.
Yo, DJ,
Are you done mixing yet?
Your DJ has only just begun.
Hello, I'm Bishop T.D. Jakes, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
Hey, it's LaToya Luckett, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
This is Rance Allen, and you're watching my friend, Brother Steve TV.
Hey, y'all, this is Landry Johnson, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
Hi, this is Rodney Darkchild Jerkin. This is Chris Tucker. This is Kirk Franklin. And you are watching Brother Steve. You're watching Brother Steve. Brother Steve TV. Stay tuned.
From Hollywood, California, you're watching Brother Steve TV.
Hands up! LA! Scream!
Hey, many of you people say we couldn't do it, but we did it. We got the man himself, Mr. Freddie Figures, African-American tech millionaire. I hope you are watching. I know there's 5 people. I want to make sure that they watch this video. Freddie Figures himself is here with us live. Freddie, what's going on, Doc? What's going on?
Hey, Brother Steve, thank you so much for having me.
Man, thank you so much for coming on our program. Doc, how are things going on in Florida right now? You're in Florida, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything is going day by day. We're taking it day by day, and everything is going well.
Man, we are so glad to have you on our program right now. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a short amount of time to get in. We want to get everybody connected to what's going on. I'm going to open the comment box right now. If you want to send a message to Freddie, you want to say hello to Freddie, we want to give you an opportunity to log in right now. We're going to talk about this great man who's done amazing things. You know, so many people have talked about what can I do on the front line. We've heard companies and business owners. You see these big companies, these big corporations. Oh, we're going to donate, 100,000. We're going to donate 200,000 masks. We're going to donate this. We're going to donate. They talking all that's the old so. Now, I mean, you got companies that's making masks. You got companies that make cheeseburgers. They making masks. But you know what? This brother right here has totally stepped to the plate. Share this video. Share this video. We got a major giveaway. You're gonna want to get in on this giveaway. Share this video. Brother Freddie Figures, African American tech multi guru millionaire. Doc, tell us about this. When you saw this happening, now you jumped in and said, I'm going to do something about it. Today, and the numbers are still growing. Today, your company has donated 700,000 PPE supplies to the frontline workers. Tell us about that, Doc.
That is correct. So back in January, when I noticed this in China, of the 1.5 billion population there, a small province got shut down.
Hold on. I'm gonna interrupt you right away. You said you noticed this in January.
Correct. Back in January, when a small province got shut down, I knew that it was only a matter of time before it affected us here in America. So to avoid price gouging and logistical issues, I started putting boots on the ground and having my team starting to order the necessary personal protective equipment that is needed, such as N95 respirator, face mask, surgical masks, face shields, surgical gowns, and gloves. So we started gathering all of these items, and I've had 3 cargo jets to bring these items over to here in America to place into our warehouse. And since then, we have donated over 700,000 units of PPEs throughout the country, from New York, New Jersey, Michigan, California, Georgia, and back here in Florida. So all of the major hotspots. In total, I had 5 trucks on the road, and we were shipping out through UPS. I mean, to the point where it was so overwhelming that we had to literally get our vehicles to just drive across the country to deliver these items. Currently, right now, we have 3 vehicles that's on the road, and I have 1 that's coming back here to Florida this weekend. And, you know, after we delivered to all the major impacted areas, with the items that we had left over, we was delivering to jails throughout Georgia, and also other federally qualified health centers, such as free walk-in clinics, to help out.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. Some people have even figured out, some government agencies haven't figured out this yet. And number one, you say you saw this coming in January. And number 2, you did something to make some things happen. But most people out there may not know who Freddie Figures is. So you're the one that, and this is going to be an encouragement to a single parent out there, a single parent mother, a single parent father, that you may have come from being a doctor or going through some things. Your mother, after you were born, she did what to you?
She threw me away like day-to-day trash. And I never had a chance to meet my biological family, but I was adopted by 2 loving parents that gave me their all. My parents, growing up, we didn't have much, but I was adopted by parents that was going into their 70s. So when you think about someone that's going into their 70s, they're thinking about grandkids and great-grandkids, not adopting a newborn baby and raising them as their own.
Now, when you say like trash, we ain't talking about dissing you physically in the trash.
Right, correct. So yeah, she just threw me away.
And you made something out of yourself. Now, then your dad decides to say, you know what? You were in school, going to school, acting up in school, just, you know, busy. What they was teaching, you already knew.
Correct.
So you was ahead of the game years ago down the road.
Right. Again, but since my parents were up and elderly parents, they physically, they wasn't able to take me outside to play basketball or football or take me to the park. So my father bought encyclopedias. So I used to read them every day, and that became a passion for me. And I've always had a interest for technology. But growing up very poor, my mother worked as a sharecropper and my father worked as a maintenance worker. And they couldn't get me a brand new computer. So my dad took me to a thrift store and purchased me a non-working computer from Goodwill. And this computer was a 1989 Macintosh bulk computer, all in one. And he purchased it for $25. So when he took it home, the computer was not working. And he was kind of upset. And I was like, no, Dad, don't worry about it. Let me play with it. I'll figure it out. My father had radios around the house, and different alarm clocks and older televisions. And as I opened them up, I started comparing them to the board on the computer. And I started noticing on the circuit assembly that some of the capacitors was broken. So my dad had an old soldering gun that, you know, I took it. Right.
Okay.
So I started taking solder. I started soldering and cutting around the boards of the alarm clock and the radios, and I started positioning them into the computer. And I finally was able to get that computer to working on the 15th to 16th track. So that was my first time knowing at the age of 8, like I've got this and I can do it. So, you know, fast forwarding a little bit, when I was 12 years old, I had a full-time job at the city of Quincy. So my duties and responsibilities was to repair computers in the local government, from fire department to police, so all the city computers.
Now, how old were you then?
Sir?
How old were you then when you started?
12. I was 12 years old.
12.
Yes. So after that, then I became the network administrator. I created an intranet system. And the internet system is, you know, something that we take granted for today, an internal network that you could press a button on your phone and dial halfway across the country with an extension. I created that at 13, 14 years old, that connected the fire department, the EMS, and the police stations together, where they could all be interconnected as one, instead of hanging up and dialing a new number. After I mastered the computer side, the networking side, I wanted to get into the software and hardware peripheral to see how they meet. So at the age of 15, I started writing code, and I started developing different type of applications, such as a cloud provisioning network that allowed to transmit large amounts of data in one application at a single press of a button. So you could back then it was a limited internet connectivity. So it was like, you know, from 56 kilobits that you could transmit maybe a 2 meg file. So the application that I developed, you were able to transmit over 300 megs at one time.
Unbelievable. So what you want to share with people out there, for those persons who felt that you were adopted and you feel that you were just not good enough, this is a prime example of what God can do for you. When you step out on God's word, you do something positive. You know what? This is what you can do, and this is who you can become. You can become what God has for you in his head at 12 years old, at 12 and 13 years old, creating internet connections and software things that God put in his head at 12 years old. But what happened? The parents sold into his life as a child to get him to do the things he's doing. Fast forward now, almost 30 years later. Now, I know you did a program as well, and you had gotten a contract, and it got you $80,000 contract.
Yeah. So when I was in school, you know, sitting back listening to the professor, you know, it's not for everyone, but you know, college is not made for everyone. So right. As I was sitting back looking at it, not saying that don't go to school, you know, you got to go get education. But when I was in a classroom, I was listening to a professor talking about different algorithms and creating different source files, and he was going all around the world with it. So I had an opportunity to write a computer algorithm code that paid me $80,000 to complete within a 3-week time period. So I jumped out and stopped the educational sector and went directly into the private sector.
You know what? This is all amazing. Fast forward again. Now you own a successful African-American owned, FCC approved tech company.
Right. We're a public service utility and telecommunications company. Figures Communication provides cell phone service, mobile broadband internet service, and international calling service. Not only do we just provide the service, but we manufacture our devices as well. We manufacture smartphones such as the Figures F3, consumer electronics such as the Figures F Buds, the Figures F speaker, and also, you know, different healthcare devices as well. We also manufacture televisions and other electronics.
Hold on. You're running down my lane. You manufacture televisions.
Yes, sir. We've got the Figures F55. That's a 4K ultra high definition television that's sharper than anything that's on the market right now. And you know what?
What?
You know, I think you're in need of a new television, so we're gonna send you one.
Brother Steve just got a TV. Finally,
yes, sir. We're gonna send you one.
I got a TV from somewhere.
And I guarantee you're gonna love it.
A 55-inch. What? Ain't God good? I just made a donation. To somebody yesterday to be a blessing, and somebody blessed me. God knows I need a 55. I'm about to pay my cable bill so they can turn this thing on and just, oh my God. But let's talk about the thank you for a TV. Now we need to give away some F-Buds. We're going to give away some F-Buds. We want to see you in the chat. If you're watching us right now, if you're watching me right now, send me a message in the chat box. Hello, how you doing? Send me a message right now. If you're watching the replay, inbox me. Let's see what's going on. Let's talk about, first of all, health for the people. Let's talk about that monitor that you have. Now, people doing the old school, write down your blood sugar on a piece of paper and write it down and stuff like that. You've surpassed all that. Let's talk about that device right now.
The average glucometer that's on the market right now, as soon as you check your blood sugar, you have to write it down and you have to take it to your doctor. That's antiquated. It takes less than 3 minutes to go into a diabetic coma and die. With our glucometer, the Fig Health Smart Glucometer, as soon as you check your blood sugar, it instantly shares the results to your cell phone. It shares it with your closest relative, and it shares it with your doctor. It also shares it in the electronic medical records. So that allows everyone to see it at one time. So you don't have to worry about, hey, mom, did you check your blood sugar today? You don't have to call 10 or 15 times to remind her to check her blood sugar. As soon as she does check her blood sugar, you will get a notification, and it would tell you the algorithms if it's high or low. And with our glucometer, we use artificial intelligence technology. So it gives a different parameters to show, well, if mom diets and tries this supplementary diet for 30 days, this is what her readings could be and can be. So
you mean they can check their blood sugar and it can send a message to the children's cell phone too?
Right. So for example, let's just say your blood sugar, you check your blood sugar and it comes up as a very abnormal high reading. It will go to everyone. If your blood sugar is abnormally out of range, it'll send an Amber Alert notification to everyone right then and there. So the doctor then will get this notification, he will pick up the phone and he'll call you. If it's not the doctor, it may be one of the charge nurses or one of the registered nurses, but someone from that doctor's office will call you, because now it's stored into their electronic medical records, and now an Amber Alert status came up. Now, once the doctor picks up the phone and call you, they're gonna verify, say, hey, such and such, we got to get you into the doctor's office. So once they say, okay, I scheduled this appointment, you can see me next week. Before they hang up the phone, there's going to be a 5-digit verification code that's going to pop up on this device. That code then needs to be entered by the doctor on their side into the electronic medical records to verify that, hey, I did speak with this patient at such and such time. So now it's not he say, she say. It's now everything is documented and it's verified that I did speak with this patient at that time.
Ladies, I can talk. We're going to keep this moving. We need to give away. We're going to do 2 things. We need to give away some F-Buds. Let's talk about those F-Buds real quick, and then we're going to get into how people can join in and help.
Yes.
Donate to help with the Figures Foundation, to help people on the front line. You're giving. I'm not knocking giving to everybody else, but you want to give to an organization knowing that that organization is immediately helping people right away. Also, right. Say a special hello to my great friend Tasha Winton-Griggs for the wonderful work she's doing out there. Tasha's one of the greatest publicists. I've always said she's one of the greatest publicists in the world. Thank you, Tasha, and the Front Page Company out there for all that you. Let's talk about those F-Buds real quick.
Yes, sir. So we got the Figures F-Buds there that are over 150 hours of talk time. They're waterproof and they have auto translation. So when paired with the Figures F3 smartphone, if someone calls you speaking French, Spanish, or Chinese, it will translate in real time into any language you prefer. So we got a lot of technology out there. I've got multiple patents, and we have a lot of different things from the consumer side to the healthcare side to aviation. So it's a lot of things that we're working on.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's got over 9 U.S. patents out there. He's doing amazing work, amazing things. Your mentors. Who were one of your mentors out there when you were growing up? And then we're going to get into how people can help donate and give right now. Who were some of the mentors who influenced you while you were doing all these great things?
It was my father, actually. My father, thinking back about those older people, man, I really love them and I really miss them because they didn't have education, but they had wisdom.
Wow.
And it was some of the things that he would say to me that didn't make sense. But when I think about it today in relevant time, I'm like, wow, that's relevant. So the wisdom that he stowed upon me was just incredible.
And you know what's wonderful? When you see great, brilliant brains, we think about other big names that you see all the time. But Freddie, you're not even 35 years old yet.
No, sir. Just turned 30.
Freddie just turned 30 years old, and he's doing all these great things. Tell us how people can join in right now to help support your movement, and they can give right now to the Figures Foundation.
Yeah, so please visit the Figures Foundation. That's FIGGERS foundation.org to support. I mean, when you think about the 700,000 that we've already given, the number sounds big, but it's actually a small fraction. And I'm gonna continue to gather these items, even purchase them, even from the beginning, from with my own personal money. So I'm gonna continue to get these items no matter what, and I'm gonna top 2 million because there's so many people that's out there in need, from different prisons, different jails, different smaller clinics, some of the elderly that's in the community. So we made it our passion to make sure that until COVID is over, that we're going to supply all the necessary items that's needed to our essential workers.
And no donation is too small. Am I right?
Right.
So can they use Cash App? Can they go on there and donate to the foundation?
So everything is registered at thefiguresfoundation.org, and you'll see where your money goes.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, this is amazing. Now, as I go back into those TVs, I'm so excited about the TV. These TVs, and you can go online, get more information about it. This would be perfect for churches right now and church leaders to have these TVs, and they can get them from your company as well. Am I correct?
Correct. All of our products are available right now at figures.com. That's FIGGERS.com. And we also have a promotional sale that's going on now.
Oh, let's talk about that right now.
Yeah, so we've got the Figures F Bud that's only $29, and our Figures F55 smart television that's 4K ultra high definition. That's $250 that come with a free wall mount, and it's free shipping.
Wait a minute, hold on. You mean they can get the TV right now, a 4K 55-inch TV for under $300 with the wall mount?
With the wall mount included for free, and it's free shipping, $250.
Listen, y'all need every pastor, every church leader to go on and get this TV. I went to a famous store and shopping for a wall mount. The wall mount was $89 just for the wall mount, and the TV was $50.
Correct. And and it goes back to those bigger corporations. When you think about it, they don't think about the end user. They think about one thing: return on shareholders' investment. Every product that I have ever built, I've always made it affordable and made it more efficient. And I wanted to make sure that it's the highest quality that we can deliver, keeping it at an affordable price. So again, when you think about those bigger companies, that's all they care about. But as a smaller entity, we believe in putting people over profit.
Wow, that's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, my time is just about up. Freddie, I got to get you on once again, because, I'm thank you so much for donating the TV to us. And it's going to be for good use to watch all of Freddie's programs, everything that you're doing to let more people know. What advice can we share right now for somebody who is going through this situation, or a young entrepreneur, somebody who's 12, somebody who's 10, You know, what advice can we give? What triggered you? What fired you up? What motivates you? What encouraged you? I'm going to say this statement that I learned this over 40 years ago, that when you father a child, you take what you get. But when you adopt a child, you choose who you want. And they chose you, but God chose you before the beginning of time. What advice can we give to encourage somebody to become an entrepreneur? Where do they start?
I would say follow your passion. You know, figure out, look deep down inside of you to figure out what do you want to do, what do you like to do, what are you good at. Don't run after money because you're gonna fail. Figure out what you're good at, have a passion for it, and then money will come. You know, just do what you're good at and start it from there. And don't let your circumstances define who you are. Every day we wake up, we're going to have situations and roadblocks that we're going to go through. And sometimes those roadblocks can be so challenging that we'll say, hey, I want to give up on everything. Like the Figures Foundation, we do just so much more there. I've sent over 30 young African-American males to college and put them through full scholarships. And some of the males, if it wasn't for us giving them that push, they wanted to give up. I mean, some of the students, they just wanted to live to see 18 years old, but now they're in their third year of law school. So it takes that push from some people that's behind you, and just having some good people around you.
Now, what do you ask them to do to give back to you that you've helped them out?
Give someone else an opportunity. Pay it forward. Remember, somebody gave you a chance. So 10, 20, 30 years from now, maybe 15 days from now, you give somebody else an opportunity.
So that basically goes back to when you sow into other people, God gives it back to you.
It goes back to one thing. My mother and father, again, think about this. They was going into their 70s when they adopted a newborn baby. Not a baby that was given to them or anything, a baby that was thrown away. And they gave me an opportunity. If it wasn't for them, I could have ended up in foster care and just who knows what would have happened. But for them giving me an opportunity, I give people opportunities. And all I ask for, if you give someone an opportunity, just remember, have that person to give an opportunity to someone else. Just pay it forward.
Freddie, do you are you a workaholic? Do you balance yourself out? Do you feel that you work too much, or how does that operate for you?
I try not to. I try not to bore myself. So I work 24/7. I have so many new inventions that's coming down the pipeline. On the wireless side, I built a wireless inductive charger that as soon as your phone gets 5 meters within range, it automatically starts charging. There's no cords, there's no cables, there's no anything. You leave your phone.
The phone charges itself.
Correct. So it's an inductive. So this is one of our figures. This is one of our figures chargers. But I built an inductive charger for this. So okay. I wanted to have it out during the summer, but COVID has kind of pushed everything back. So right. I'm looking at the fourth quarter, but that's one of our inventions that we really wanted to push out. I mean, I've got so many other inventions down the pipeline that I've already manufactured. As a cardiovascular system for patients with heart failure that inserts a stent that removes fluid from around the heart. So it's so many other things that we're working on right now, even in the aviation space.
This is amazing. This is incredible. As we get ready to wrap up our interview right now, if they want to get one of those Figures phones, we talk about, for first-time responders, you can get 1 month of free service. Let's talk about that real quick.
Correct. So yeah, for our first responders and essential workers, we're giving them a free month of service, just to show our thank you. Again, with the 700,000 necessary personal protective equipment that we've given away, we couldn't get around to everyone. So this is a way to pay it to everyone. So you got a first month of free service, and we're running a massive sale right now on all of our devices.
And they can go to the figures.com to check that out. So that means you a hospital worker, you're right there on the front line. You can go to figures.com right now and get that cell phone and get that 1 month a free
Correct.
charity.
Correct. And 20% of all of our profit from figures.com goes to support our Figures Foundation. And there's so much more that we're doing on the foundation. I mean, from supporting breast cancer survivors to we have an all-girls school in Zambia. So there's a lot that's going on there.
You know, this goes on and on and on. We want to make sure that you tune in to what the Figures Foundation is doing, the wonderful things that he has going on. He's making things happen. He's helping people on the front line to do what they got to do to make things take advantage of this situation right now, of what he's got and what he's happening and what is going on. Freddie Figures himself. This is unbelievable. This is incredible. Doc, I want to thank you so much for just your time. Once again, before we hang up, before we go, any donation, I want you to give us a final appeal. And people who are watching this interview right now, if you're watching this later on and you're rewatching this interview, tell us right now how important it is for people to give to what's going on right now. Give us your appeal.
I mean, just we got to be able to support. And even if you can't give, please still go to Figures Foundation and join us. I mean, we need help. It may be some elderly residents in a neighborhood that need some necessary items. Anything that you can do, anything that you know that could help anyone else, please join us and support.
Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible. Freddie Figures himself, thank you for everything. I'm going to wrap up my time so you can go ahead and move on with your day there in Florida. Thank you for the opportunity. And Brother Steve here in Hollywood, California. If you're watching the replay, we're going to give you information on how we want to give away these F-Buds. I know we talked about we want to give away these F-Buds, and somebody out there who's watching our program wants to know how we get these F-Buds. If you go to the website there on figures.com, we'll give you information. And then we're going to probably put it in the post comments later how you can win a free set of F-Buds. And show us those F-Buds one more time, Brother Freddie.
Right there.
Oh, and they work with any phone right now.
Any device. They're Bluetooth 5.0, so they work with any device.
But they'll work better with an F3 phone.
With the Figures F3.
Now, if they get the F3 phone, they can still keep their cell service, right? For now.
Right. Our phone is globally unlocked, so it works on any network. And if they want to switch, they could switch over and come to a Figures network.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the master inventor. He's like the, I don't know, it's like a George Washington Carver, all the actual African-American inventors and businessmen inventors all wrapped up into one. You've been a blessing. You've been an inspiration. You've been a joy. I hope this has encouraged somebody today. I hope this has lifted somebody else up today. Thank you so very much, Freddie. Anything you want to say before we wrap up our interview right now?
Please follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow us at Figures. That's Figgers.
Thank y'all very much. Thank you, Freddie, so much, Doc. We'll talk to y'all soon. Brother Steve from Hollywood, if you're watching the replay, share this video and let somebody else know about what we have going on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for the opportunity. We'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you.